Terrible. I thought I had hit it already. What up? Hey, YouTube. Apparently, we thought we were live, and clearly, Jay just screwed that up. So, on to the show. We won't have no pop culture in this year's segment.
Yeah. We're doing Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's start there. Oh, dear. Dios mío.
It's the Dios mío for me. So, here's the thing, right? I don't like Drew as it is, but her husband, I like a whole lot less than she. And it's like, you making us, it's like the kind of like the thing with Kim and Kanye and how we feel like so annoyed when he makes us be in her court or in defense of her. Like, what is going on?
These humans ought not be on TV. That's what this is. These humans ought not be on TV. They are bad for business. The budget is not great on what they're doing over there at Drew's house. And I don't know why she has 3 assistants. And I don't know why she keeps inviting Sonya, Olympian, to her little piece of workout down to the front yard. And she keeps
her mess. It is mess. I don't understand.
Oh God. I like the secondhand embarrassment of the situation for me is enough for me to like want to turn it off. Like, you
know what? I don't know that there was a whole lot of other things going on in this particular episode, but the thing that just stands out for me is like, clearly this man gaslights you and you are so unintelligent that you don't know. Like the producer said that she's being gaslit and she's like, well, I don't know, am I? What does that mean? And then proceeds to Google it. Like, you make yourself look bad.
But bravo with the edit though, because they like just pulled up examples of like, yes, he's gaslighting you, sis.
Like, what is going on? I mean, granted, he does it to everybody. That's just his nature.
Ray says her husband is trash, and he is. I just
beyond trash. Okay,
not great.
This show is going to be the demise of them if they somehow manage to make it beyond this, like another season, and still be betrothed or not betrothed. At this point, they're married. So, like, if they're still together, I'll be shocked because, like, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so let's be specific. How did he think that him firing the assistant, but continuing to talk to the assistant when the issue was their communication? The issue was what he said to the assistant. So I don't understand how he thought that was remedying anything at all.
Child. Hey, Joy. Child, he believes his own lies, literally. Like, he is conjuring it up as he goes, and therefore I think he thinks that if he's so convincing that he's going to convince the whoever the audience is at the time. And like, I feel like most of America is like, he is full of shit.
And then like Drew kills me because she keeps falling for the same thing, because when he messed up last season going down to Tampa allegedly alone to rest.
Okay, he needed to get away for 3 damn days.
And not answer the phone when his wife called. So when that happened, he did the same stunt, which was like pull out a fancy dinner. They got dressed up and sat in the house and ate. And it was just like, and so Drew being all like, oh my God, he set up this dinner. It was like rooftop of his friend's store. It wasn't even like a proper rooftop
special
restaurant with a vibe.
I mean, it was pretty.
It was a effing mess. It's a mess.
What JoJo said. It very much gives like when you was little and your mom told you to do something or accused you of something and then found out later that you didn't actually do it. So then she'd be like, you want to go get something to eat? You want to go to the store?
Right.
You want to
right. Right. It's giving that you want to get something to eat. It's not giving.
So abusive.
Like, it's just, I I cannot with him for sure. And then the argument that they got in at the end, it was like,
JoJo said you can tell they planned this story, obviously to get that check.
Yeah, because that's gotta be it.
But that's the thing. I really think that he is that stupid.
But he does not seem bright.
And as is she.
Yeah. Joy says, I praise just the storyline, JoJo, but I think he's really just that crazy. And I am inclined.
I'm with Joy.
I think it is Drew is like, look, I need some money. I don't have a lot going on. They keep calling me back for this. They called me back for this show a second time. I didn't even think I was getting that. So you gonna stick around so that I can get this check. And then when she's off the show, they're gonna get divorced like quickly. They just need something. And I don't even know if he's in on it. It feels like Drew is just like, I'm gonna keep playing this up.
It is just bad. That's a bottom black ass line. It is bad. And it just makes her look terrible. Like ain't nothing worse all of this. That is consistent embarrassment. So we went from one season of it to another season. And you know these women, how they operate, especially around reunion time, they're gonna drag her through the mud behind her stupidity with her partner. Like, come on. Like
I don't even know what to say other than it's just embarrassing. I don't think I could do it for the embarrassment factor of it all.
Prayerfully, it gets a little bit better as we proceed to go on throughout the show.
And then he's talking about, maybe you can learn how to speak to men appropriately. You need to talk to your therapist.
No, the fact that he said, hold on, flag. He said that he was going to schedule time for her to sit down with the therapist to learn how to talk to men. Now, like, nigga, what?
Exactly.
Excuse me?
When I say I was irate about that thing, I was like, I'm sorry, what? You gotta do what? For me? To do what? No.
That's right.
No.
That's right.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jordan said he's just used to getting by because he's fine. And he is. He's one of those. He gives one of those. For sure.
Yeah.
What else happened?
Enough about them.
God.
Well, we got to see the rest of Sonya's family. I feel like she is going to be a good adage to the show. The family is funny, regardless of like.
I like her.
All the goings on. They are funny.
I watched their reality show before, and I found her family to be hilarious. But like, all them living in the house together, that's gonna have to end.
That's not gonna work out. Somebody gonna have to get out.
Because mom and sister are already at it constantly.
Hello, about the bean pies, the beef patties.
The beef patties. I was just like, wow. I will say that too many people there, I feel.
Indeed. Moving along from her, I will say that I'm enjoying Marlo as we get to see her more as a auntie and mommy situation.
Yes, a muntie.
A muntie, as she calls herself. I think that it's cute. It softens her, and when she's just in her like natural everyday, she chuckles. She gives me like soft, lighthearted chuckles, kind of like the Kandi and the Gang show.
Mm-hmm.
So
she had me crying though when she sent him off to ring dance, and she was just like, I didn't have any of this. Like I went to one dance, and you know, her mom had drug addiction issues, and it warmed my heart and it made me cry.
Yeah. Joy said, yes, I love her with the boys, and I love even more she waited to bring them on. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like she did a little soft, like, hey, these are my nephews. They're staying with me a couple seasons ago, but we didn't see much more of them, which was good. So.
Let's talk about Kandi and this New Jersey condo. What is her problem? Hey, Joyce, what is her problem? Kandi has got to get over that New Jersey condo now. She owns half of Atlanta, and she worried about a Jersey condo on the water. in New Jersey
that he paid for.
But
that he paid for.
And it's like Todd probably don't got that much in his name in this relationship. Leave the man alone.
And don't.
If y'all want to rent the condo out, rent the condo
and make
out.
Some money. But my thing is like
money, Airbnb it or whatever.
That it's the double standard though. Like, girl, he quickly was like, my name ain't on this house. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. It's Kandi we talking about.
Yeah.
And that I'm saying that like no shade. Kandi is very much about her business and her things, like down to the prenuptial agreement that almost did the wedding that almost didn't happen.
Like, yeah, and it makes sense because it seems like it was her money. Yes, we did. We talked about it. It seems like it was her money that she rolled in from her previous house, or maybe this was already her house. I don't remember if she had this house before Todd or not.
She did.
So I think probably was she met Todd. And Kandi was never putting him on the house.
Bought that house.
Yeah. Joy says, I'm not living in a house I'm not on while married. And I saw your little comment, JoJo. Who is it? Tell us. Whisper it.
What I mean, not whisper it.
Or text me. I won't tell nobody.
Ooh. All right. Okay.
Because I want
exclusive.
I need to see. But yeah, Joy, I agree. I don't think I'm living in a house my name is not on. Particularly.
Oh well. All right.
Oh my.
We sound like we might need a Ponderosa on the Zoom in a little while.
All right. Yeah. Come on, JoJo. JoJo always have tea when he come here. So join us. Oh goodness. No, yeah. Ooh, yikes. Oh. That's the same thing.
I mean still. Same roughly. Thing. You know, same difference. You're right. One of them. Same difference. I mean, but either way, to Todd's point, like they split up. Homegirl never took him off the house. She left altogether, and then it sounded to me like she never paid the rest of that. Yeah, she never volunteered to take care of the business. So that's his house.
And I think he has every right to hold on to it, given that he's not on Kandi's house.
In Jersey City, I'm sure that house is worth quite a bit.
Well, that's what he was saying, because he was like, it's on the water. It's a great investment property, even if we rent it out or whatever. But especially if my name is not on the main house, I'm definitely going to have some property or something on the side.
I'm just saying.
Period.
I don't know that I have, personally, I don't think that I would have issues with living in a house that my name is not on. I don't think I would have issue with that. But here we go.
Depending on the circumstances. Hey, Jamil.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would, because I think for them, he wasn't in that house until they got married. So maybe there was some sort of, like agreement. I don't know. But either way, I'm not bothered by the idea.
By the way, folks. How does that work? Chime in and tell us how it works, because Todd's name ain't on the house.
Yay.
What else?
I'm like, teach me. I don't know. Joy said, child, you better have an issue. Your partner dies, you don't have to qualify. Okay, all right. But I mean,
that's the one.
If there's my thinking, and I could be wrong, right? Because I don't know. I have not owned a property. But if he dies and then he decrees the home to me in whatever sort of, legal documents, I still gotta go through the rigmarole. Hold on, wait a minute, y'all. The comments is going fast. Hold on, child.
Okay, JoJo said he's ready for our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Me too. That's coming next. Yes. Jamil said I wouldn't live. What do you say? I wouldn't live in my name not on it. Hell, let him have that damn dad. She would live there and let him with her name not on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so Jamil agreeing with me. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. I'm like, damn, is this a bad idea? Y'all let me know.
Yeah. So let Kandi keep the debt or whatever. I mean, we do have a conversation on our page. Shameless plug. 2 of them actually about succession planning stuff like that. So I guess you can have it, implicated. You could work it out.
Like, shit, maybe I need to do some research. Let me not speak too fast.
Or you could split the equity or something like that. JoJo could tell me. If something were
sure
to
there's
happen.
got to be ways to figure that out, because if you get with somebody that owns a home,
yeah,
like why?
We have a prenup conversation too. Ashley.
Hello, shout out to Ashley Darby, and that's on the channel too, y'all. Go ahead and watch that. Sister Ashley did well for herself.
Didn't she? My God.
So are we doing Kandi and the Gang? Are we moving right in? Since we on Bravo, may as well stay there.
Oh, one last thing. Y'all tell us what you're watching. Okay, JoJo said he can get a reimbursement. So I guess the name being on the deed is not that important. Jamil says prenups is a great topic. Yeah, we talked about it with Ashley Darby and all of her foolishness. Come on, JoJo. JoJo is my lawyer.
I'm like, look, teach me. I don't know. That's what I'm like, let me find out.
They did it while they were married. So maybe that could include like the equity and stuff. Oh, Jamil, you watching Love and Marriage Huntsville? Let's do that one next.
We can talk about that next. Like, let's we can come on back to Kandi and the Gang.
Come on. All right, let's do Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, I was going to say, I forgot Sheree has a daughter that old. My God, her daughter's like 32, 34?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she right behind us.
Okay. All right, let's do Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Ciao. So we're gonna start at the end. Okay, let's start at the dysfunction. Okay. Shout out to Kimmy for trying to bring the girls together to have a pleasant Ponderosa.
Didn't she try?
That's not how it worked out. She forgot to reiterate that there wouldn't be no girl, no explicatives, all that kind of stuff for the rest of the party when they got there. But shit happened. I am. Ooh, that Melody, she works my nerves. I just cannot. She is gorgeous. I agree with you totally, Jamil. Beautiful girl.
Yeah.
She looks like her mother. But like, it is. I agree. It is very ghetto.
Jamil said it's getting really ghetto. The show started off motivating and inspiring, and it went left. It did quickly.
Like for starters, the way I see that whole chain of events, Tisha came ready to scrap just in case. Sis had on sneakers. She had on a sweatshirt. Like she was ready to throw hands if it was going down. Mm-hmm. I don't know what was going on with Tiffany in the function, so we're just not even gonna worry about her.
She's so miscellaneous.
Stormy, and she is Stormy. I still got my good eye on Stormy because I don't know that I understand her, and I say that because what irritated me so about Stormy is it's like, girl, sometimes you got to shut the fuck up because doing so is free. Like this, you have no dog in this fight. So you asking all these questions and get mad when people snap back at you because it don't have nothing to do with you. Like Jesus. What?
Jamil said Tisha finally opened her mouth, but she's still slow. And that's it.
And is, okay. And is. Oh, she gonna stay there, okay? She, what? I'm not finna say that. That would have been very, very politically incorrect.
Her silly ass team wife shirt got on my nerves. What else got on my nerves about Tisha? Everything. She gets on my nerves. Oh,
but she was right to stand up for herself, but it was like, we are rah 5 years in. Where the hell was this girl when all the other stuff was happening?
Yeah,
like, girl, you don't want.
I do appreciate Kimmy getting very, very spicy, very, very spicy when Kiki was on the phone. Kimmy was like, no.
Let me remind you.
Let me remind you what was said.
Hold on, y'all.
Okay, the comments is rolling fast. I hate talking about accents, but Stormy was a lot. Yes. Jamil said Destiny and Melody's relationship is hard to watch. That whole exchange between the two of them was just like, wow, this is much.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like, girl, are there syllables in this sentence? Like,
no, it was dropped all over the place. Destiny and Melody's relationship is hard to watch as Melody brought her on. So, like, hate to see them into it. I agree that I don't like.
I hate to see them into it.
I don't like that. I don't like that they're into it, and it seems like Destiny, because of where she is in life, she actually needs a friend right now. And Melody
Totally
is just
agree.
like, oh, well, hate
But
to see it.
Melody definitely gives me fly by night. She friends with you one year, next year she not. And she's done that with everybody on this show. We have not really seen anybody who's a real friend of hers yet. Because the previous seasons, Destiny was Stormy. So now we got a new guard dog. Like, get out of here.
And when anybody branches off to anybody else, she gets really aggravated about that.
And childish at that.
Yeah, childish. Yeah.
And like the thing for me is also Melody being in therapy, and the therapist was kind of like, you know, where's your self-control and accountability for yourself? It's not about other people taking you out. Like, we had this conversation yesterday. Like, it's not about other people taking you out of your square. You choose to do that. You give away your power. Yeah. And then you want to say, like, yeah, I'm like, girl, can you see where you are in the problem? There's no accountability. It ain't never been. And I just hate to see it, because when she was right, she was right. Like we say here on Black and Curious, I'm with you when you're right. Okay. Like, what is going on?
Okay, Jamil says agree. Now Mel is transitioning herself because she's winning since the divorce, but she wants to be Beyonce so bad, and she's still but she's still a fave. Okay. Get Miss Wanda ass off the show. I'm sick of her.
But like, clearly we needed Miss Wanda, because now Tisha out here acting like her mama. So she needed a little bit of that.
And does. She really does.
She needed a little bit. Because clearly, like, before she wasn't doing nothing.
Agreed. While we're on Tisha, Joyce said, I love Miss Wanda and I don't care. And Miss Wanda cracks me up.
All her problematicness, I'm with it.
She keeps it fun for me. While we're talking about Tisha and we have Jamil here, this whole apartment building that she owned, how did she have that?
Right. That's what I was like. Well, damn. I'm like, but you know what? Let's hold on. Let's think about this real strategically, right? Clearly, Marceau is finna to be found out because he out here in these streets. Okay. So he gonna talk good about his wife for the first time in how many seasons? He done played her left, right, and center this whole time. But on this here season, he gonna talk about how she had her own property and play, you know, allude to the fact that she had some sort of sense. But this whole time before that, she was supposed to be barefoot and pregnant and in the house with the children.
Right. So that's what I was not understanding. Like, she owned the apartment building. Jamil, how much you think an apartment building in Huntsville costs? I know they've been together for a really long time. So I'm like, how does she have that on her own? Like, how would that work? Yeah, but she had the apartment buildings. I was like, was she selling the apartments? Because remember when she first tried to dip her toe back into the real estate world, she was under somebody else and she was just selling real estate or something like that. So I didn't know, did she sell all of the units, or she had the whole building?
Child, this is news to us. They need a show like Kandi, so we can have a little after show and find out what the tea is. Because where the hell did this come from? We done been listening to y'all on TV for a couple years now, and all of a sudden now we hearing about her having had a property. Like what? All right, hold on, wait a minute. Let me run this back. Hey, y'all.
So Jamil said, depending on how many doors it is, but that's the country. Buying in Alabama and Mississippi is cheap. So.
Oh, well, okay. All right, then. Maybe we need to go ahead and get some investments.
Like, do I need units? Couple of units.
Child, now she's talking about Ariel.
Ariel,
we don't talk about her. That hoe ain't on this show.
I just don't understand. Like, the girls don't have embarrassment anymore. They have no shame. The people have no shame because it couldn't be me that Martell had a side baby with. Now ain't with me either. And now I'm still on the internet talking. I would be somewhere.
Well, allegedly he is with her. According to she. They still together. Coleslaw.
I mean, he didn't seem real committal. I feel like I've heard him and seen him in different places where it's kind of like non-committal about what his relationship is.
Oh no. Oh dang.
Oh god. Oh, that was good.
Woo, the Instagram comments is lit tonight. Okay.
Man,
thank y'all for participating in this here show.
Best. What else happened on this show this week?
So apparently I'm still lost on this. Scout is now owned by Marceau and Tisha because she owns, like, I guess exactly half of the company.
No, he said she's the majority shareholder of Scout.
Okay, so right, thank you. I'm like, what is going on? What kind of trickery?
He got to run things by her. And then the thing about it is, Maurice is the one that cracked me up because he was like, so who's selling their shares? You gonna split yours up because you already in the minority, so you gonna split your shares or you gonna get Tisha to split hers, but somebody gonna have to sell something for him to buy something. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, points were made.
Come through, lawyer. You better lawyer up here.
Points were made. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't understand what the hell is going on.
I don't either.
Like that. Circling back to the dinner conversation that'll be continued into next week's episode. I just don't like it. That went so left so fast because Mel always has a guard dog.
Yeah.
And like everybody is all grown. Like, what? Don't nobody need no guard dogs here. If you want to know what the hell was said and who said what and who did and so on and so forth, just shut the hell up and listen if it ain't got nothing to do with you, because you're gonna find out. Somebody gonna tell on themselves in the midst of this arguing.
Yeah.
Like once you insert yourself into the problem, then you are now a part of the problem and you can't see what the hell what's moving left or right because you're too busy bumping your gums. Like, shut up, Stormy.
Yeah. It's smudgy. It's smudgy. So are we done with this? Are we gonna stay on OWN?
I mean, you know how we do. We may as well since we over here.
All right, let's put a ring on it since Joy is here. Those people are terrible. All of them are terrible. They're terrible for each other and they shouldn't be together.
So here's my thing, right? Let's just start off with Shorty and Kenneth. The thing that pissed me off about Shorty is like, sis, you don't want to be in this relationship, but you're trying to talk him in to ending the relationship that you don't want to be in. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
Mm-hmm. And like, he don't have any incentive to do that because she's the come up.
Hello? So if you don't want to be there and you know you the come up, then why are you still there?
Yeah. Joy, tell us your thoughts. We want to hear.
Thoughts, Joy?
We gonna recap while you get your Twitter fingers together and give us your thoughts. Jesus. Who else is up there? Fonzo and Fonzo is that classic. She's not the come up though. Who is the come up, Joy? Well, why are they still together? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Because she's acting like she is the come up. She's acting like she is so far out of his league and he doesn't have any ambition and X, Y, and Z. So what is it? I'm just like, I just don't understand it. But the thing, she also admitted, she told on herself when she was talking to the guy that she went on the date with this week, she told him that she likes the neck tattoo. So basically that inferred to me that you like a little bad boy energy. You like the Kenneth, okay? That's what you like. So there ain't nobody for you to be mad at but you. I see. All right, Joy says, okay, Ken is saying Shorty is a radio personality in a small town. I'm glad somebody said it because I ain't never heard her on the radio. Basically, that means no money. She won a class action lawsuit last year, which resulted in 6 figures. Okay, so she's... Oh, okay. Cool. Wow. So it's not even like a for sure come up and a continual come up. It's a one-time come up. That's what you're saying, Joy.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Joy.
And what are your other thoughts about the other couples? So we can move through. Let's see. Charlena and Otis. Girl. I knew they were not done. She did all of that rah-rah. And
she wasn't done.
It was for naught.
Because, like, girl, what is all of this? If you done, then just be done. You ain't got to have all these conversations and forcing him to talk to you about something that he don't want to talk about. I was shocked. Real talk, when I watched the episode, I'm like, didn't I already see this? Because it was him walking into the restaurant to sit down and have this conversation. And then he became emotional. And I was like, is this for real? Or is this for fake? Like, are you doing this for the TV? Or are you really feeling these emotions? Like, what's going on? Oh, wait. Joyce said,
oh, go ahead.
It was a one-time thing. Sis was broke. King gives all the tea. Ooh, in the Twitter comments. Damn.
I can see him being petty and doing that and giving all the tea in the Twitter comments, first of all.
Totally could. Because he's tired. You playing me on national television. Like,
Hate to see it.
Oh, this is a mess. Totally agree.
Yeah, they're both kind of nutty.
Otis is a mess, but so is Charlena. She's just as crazy as he is. Totally agree.
They're both nutty.
They're all about the dramatics. And then you have Shay and Fonzo, and Shay is like, now I'm gonna put my foot down. Girl, what the hell are you talking about? You've been putting your foot down this whole time, babe. Nothing is gonna be different now because you are like, oh, you're serious now. You're really serious. Like, I mean, yeah, he said it, but I don't know that he really believes what he's saying about how you acting now.
I guess her thing is that she's left before. So she is like, if I leave again, that's it. And the threat of it is causing him to be like, oh, I don't really want her to leave. Oh, I really want to be with her. But you don't act like it, though.
No.
So Joy says Shay and Fonzo. So apparently their engagement party, people assumed was a wedding. But guess it wasn't. So Fonzo deleted the videos from his Instagram.
Well, didn't she say that they did like this whole pomp circumstance, but never signed the paperwork?
Joy also says Fonzo is absolutely still with his baby mama. Absolutely. He said his mom didn't know they weren't together anymore, and that's for a reason. And Fonzo did the whole thing, and we're gonna get there. Ready to love, but he did the whole thing of, well, we weren't really kicking it like that anymore. So I just assumed that she knew. It's like, no, you need to tell her you have a child together. If something is not working out, then you need to say something. You can't just be assuming that she just gonna move on. It's not like you knew her for 26 seconds. Y'all have a whole kid together and you had a whole entire relationship. You introduced her to your family and she's a part of the family. How you feel like that's in?
That's why she be on family functions and the family reunion and family trips, all that shit that Shay don't be a part of, but she still want to be a part. I'm like, girl, if I'm not a part, you're not making me a part, then I don't want to be a part. Like, why would I force you into doing something that you clearly don't want to do?
I don't.
Like, the hell, that man don't want to be with you, baby. You out here making yourself look crazy.
Nutty. And she's like very pretty, so I don't even understand why she's doing all of this with this clown.
Gorgeous. But I mean, to your point, a couple of weeks ago, you was just like that he was a come up for her.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, I'm just saying, I more could see her sticking around for the fact that, like, there are some benefits to being Rick Ross adjacent.
For sure. All right, well, I think that's pretty much it for Put a Ring on It. Let's do Ready to Love.
So, first, straight out the gate, you know, we are Joy and Clifton stands over here. However, This particular episode really, I just was like, damn, I fucks with Joy hard. But how she spoke to Dakia, it was very, very combative. Like, you was ready to come out swinging. And I understand that some of us can be a little possessive over our partner once we know that this is it. This is my mate, right? I get it. You want to make sure that you let people know, okay, you got to back off. But like, there's a way to do that. And I feel like Joy, her usual sensibility wasn't there. So something, just, I don't know, something else had been brewing.
Yeah, it was very like, oh, you imagined that. And it's like, no, he was in that lady face.
I'm like, why would she be so emotional? And like her, you know, she's talking about how her feelings was hurt. Like, come on, yo.
Like, why did you have to do that? So Joy says, Joy is nasty. I noticed that by how she handled the Eric situation. She just, I don't know. That did not sit well with me. She did not respect that lady's feelings. She did not respect Dakia's feelings whatsoever. And honestly, I felt that, and Clifton also kind of gave that same Fonzo thing that we was talking about. Like, it was known, and I just felt like you should have known. And it's like, no, but have like, a conversation. How? Like, you're still talking. Y'all are still canoodling. Y'all are still, you know, catching up over the phone. Y'all still going on dates. So as far as she's concerned, the door was still open. And she asked that several times. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Okay, so Joy said, well, apparently Joy only watched the first 3 episodes and thinks the rest is editing. I'm sure Clifton convinced her of that, probably for his own benefit.
Oh, well, you're right, because Joy was in Mexico right after they filmed this. But I'm like, you can still watch it on, like, the internet like the rest of us.
Yeah. I just thought it was in poor taste, and Clifton kind of being like, well, you should have just known that it was sort of fizzled out. And again, you don't even going into the retreat. They were still going on dates, and they were still talking about cuddling on the couch at the retreat. So how was she supposed to know it's over? And what pissed me off is that I didn't like that Tommy did not hold him accountable, because a part of this show and a part of this process is that they are grown people. They don't ghost people. They sit down, they break up properly, they have a conversation. No strings are left untied. There are no loose ends. They have the conversation. Oh, wow. And I felt like Tommy should have had the conversation.
Absolutely. Joy said she was still in Mexico until the end of May, or she's still in Mexico till the end of May. And she was saying that they were on the news here this morning. I'm like, that shit, like I said, I still fucks with Joy. I just hate how she handled Dakia and her feelings as another woman, even though, like, I might feel a way about you having these feelings about my now partner. I still understand what it's like to have been in a situation where you're thinking something is going somewhere with someone, and then all of a sudden it's not.
It's not.
And it was never communicated to you that it's not. All of us have had an experience of that. So like, it's just hurtful. Like, I felt for the kid.
Hurtful. I did too. It was very hurtful. The other blow up that got on my nerves.
As soon as she gets back, they will be over.
I can see it. I hope love and all of that, but we're gonna see. Oh, we have an episode on that too. If long distance relationships can work. So
yeah, I'm not. Joy said that last part got me. Joy, our friend Joy, friend to the show, Joy, is saying Joy isn't a girl's girl, and I don't like women. I don't like those women. And then she said she's trashing my name.
I love it.
Or not trashing, tarnishing. Excuse me.
Tarnishing, yeah.
But yeah.
All right. So Precious and Demetrius and their blow up got on my nerves on both ends. Precious does too much from her end for sure. But I don't like that. Are you drunk? Are you high? No, I'm emotional and I have something to say. Like, I don't know why you or you can say that she's belligerent or that she's doing too much without implying that she's drunk and high.
That man has a 3-year-old. Why is he in Mexico every 2 weeks? Damn. Do you want to come on live and talk to us live, Joy?
Empty the clip.
She did.
I didn't know that
He
I
said
didn't
that
know
he's
he
there
had a
every
baby
other
that
weekend. So
small.
yeah, like she said, every 2 weeks.
I
But I
didn't
didn't
know he
realize
had
the
a
child was
kid
that
that
young.
small. I thought his kid
Yeah.
was school aged at least,
Mm.
like 6, 7-ish. What else? This cast was very immature. All of this gossiping. There was a lot of gossiping.
Yo, it was a lot of fighting. It was a
There
lot
was
of
a lot of
fighting.
infighting.
I'm like, what is going on?
It seemed like they were, tweeting and on the gram talking cash shit after this was over.
Which is likely why homegirl came in there as hot as she did. Like Precious was on fire.
Yeah. Joy said the kid is 2 and will be 3 this year. Then there's an older one. That's a baby.
I guess that, but I think that's the relationship that he had where they were still talking to the ex.
Okay.
Which is why he was so like jaded and uncomfortable about exes being around or whatever the case may be.
Maybe. Oh, that is gonna complicate things. So we're gonna see. Maybe that's why they're like.
Well, I
mean,
they was also talking about planning to have a baby.
That's what I said. Maybe that's why they're rushing, so they can try to have the kids with like not, so they can be close in age, and grow up together. I don't know.
Child, I don't think that got anything to do with it.
I mean, also they're both older, and if they're gonna have kids, they need to get a move on it. So, so it's that too. What else? What else do we have? We had Kandi and the Gang. I was just really wrapping everything up.
Yeah, Kandi and the Gang is the last one. I still don't understand why Patrick and Safari are engaged. I feel like they need a whole lot more time, but I don't know them for real. I don't know their business. So do you, boo-boo?
Yeah.
Shardo getting fired was hilarious to me. I didn't even realize that they actually fired him in that episode till I was watching DJ Richie Sky, and he was like that, like, you got fired. Why are you still here?
I didn't realize it until I watched Watch What Happens Live, and they were like, "Oh, Shardo got fired in the episode," and I was like, "How did I miss that?"
Hello, right? That's what I thought. I'm like, I think if all of us was confused, his ass was confused too. I don't think he realized they fired him.
Okay. Don Juan getting extra, very, very extra at the end. He did too much at the end about them caraffes. It's like, Don Juan, just say you wasn't gonna do it now and keep it moving.
Like, why? Why are you this upset about him asking? You asked him if he needed help, and he tell you, and then you get bent out of shape, like he was doing something wrong, and you had to tell him about himself. That was a whole lot.
It was a lot, and they carry caraffes at Publix. At the local Publix. Go to Publix and get the damn caraffes, or not. But it was too much. There was caraffes in the restaurant that y'all could have grabbed or something. It just
true, but I feel like a lot of that energy was just like residual beef that he ain't had an opportunity to really flex on him and let him know what's tea. Because I also think that Torrin came back on the graces of like Kandi, maybe Todd, but like I don't think that he had anything to do with it.
Don Juan gives me this is,
I'm just saying,
maybe a lot, but like he gives me what's his face, Bonzo energy, in that he thinks that he is Kandi. He runs the he runs the factory, but there still needs to be some deference paid here, and he's just like, what I say go, and I'm just like, all right, okay, Don Juan, enough.
Because at this point, like, she don't question anything. He's gotten a lot of like extra power or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. I just those are the scenes that make me dislike Don Juan. Because it's like, boo, you doing too much. This is not necessary.
He does too much. What else happened?
The engagement, the foolishness with Don Juan, and then Brian almost faking like he was gonna fall down the stairs.
Dom and Brandon they were supposed to be together. I don't think they're together anymore. I watched the Watch What Happens Live after the fact.
What's it? Oh, Patrick And I think that's it. I think it was just no, we're missing somebody. Who else was there? Brian.
5 people.
Yeah,
And
Brian.
yeah.
So it was 3 guys. So Patrick, the stick in the booty, Philip, Brian, and then the 2 girls.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how things play out when they come back.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that like they got pretty good reviews in terms of like people watching the show and talking about it. So I don't doubt that they're going to be back.
Okay. That's pretty much it. And then the last thing I have to say is regarding LAMH Atlanta. Did you watch that?
Girl, it was watching me. I did not watch that. If we're going to review it, I will be watching it. Most likely I will anyway, because it just comes on right after. So
that's the thing about LAMH Atlanta. Day. I wish it was more like $1 Million Matchmaker, where the people were, it was more focused on matches. And this feels like it's just focused on the drama and some mess. And I'm kind of over that as a scheme. I don't know, as like a reality show, whatever. And I think it would be interesting to see, you know, the people actually getting matched. It was very secondary.
It just didn't, from what I could tell, I checked out after I realized it was beef between the guy who stole the 2 ladies' idea. And I was just like, all right, well, this may not be the show for me, but okay.
Yeah.
I'll
probably watch it, but it'll be noise in the background. So that's how I feel.
Y'all let us know if you want us to actually watch that show and us talk about it on Reality Recap Live, because if y'all don't, we won't.
We won't. All right, that's
so wrapping up, getting right on down to the end of the show. You know the infamous question. What were you curious about this week?
You go first. God
damn it, Kendrick.
I mean, I have a few things, but nothing I want to say aloud. Go ahead.
So honestly, my curiosity is around what's going to happen as it relates to my familial relationships and what that will look like going forward. And having conversations with my little cousin. Shout out to you. She graduated recently from undergrad. So congratulations. But just trying to figure out how to navigate these waters that I'm in with them. So
yeah, I think we actually have a whole series of conversations coming up about life design. So I continue to be curious about that and working through that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm curious to see how this weekend's going to turn out. I'm very excited about it. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's kind of a surprise, but I'm excited.
So yes. Well, that being said, y'all know we at the end of the show. We thank you for sticking with us and watching all.
Thanks for joining us, everybody on IG. That was fun. Yes, come back next
much appreciated. Drop down in the comments and let us know what you have been curious about over the last week, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.